Before you scroll past this video, I need you to stop for 1 second, because whether you're sitting in Atlanta, Chicago, LA, Houston, maybe New York, right now frustrated, stressed, tired of traffic, tired of cost of living, tired of feeling like you're working hard but can't get ahead, this video was made for you. We're talking about Denver, Colorado. And no, this ain't no basic top 10 reasons to move videos. We're going deep today. Real estate, real neighborhoods, real numbers, real lifestyle. And by the end of this video, you're going to know whether Denver belongs on your radar or not. And shout out to all my people who already moved here. Drop a comment. Let these folks know what's real. Now, here's what we're covering today. Number one, why people are leaving their cities and choosing Denver. Number two, what Denver real estate market actually looks like right now. Number three, the neighborhoods, the good, the great, and the ones to watch. Number four, the lifestyle, what it's really like to live here. Number five, what Denver's growth is doing to the wealth and the communities out here in this area. Number six, I'm going to give you my honest take. Denver ain't perfect, and stay to the end because I saved the most important thing for last. Something that could literally change how you think about building wealth in this market. You came for Denver facts. I'm giving you the whole playbook, so I don't need none of you guys tapping out. All right, let's get into it. First question, why Denver? Why are people packing up their whole life, leaving their block, leaving their fam, pulling up to a city in the middle of the Rockies? I'm going to give you 5 big reasons. And these ain't just vibes, this is data. Reason number one, the job market is knocking. Denver has been on a job growth for the last decade straight. We're talking tech, aerospace, healthcare, finance, and government. Amazon, Google, Lockheed Martin, Charles Schwab. These are not small names. These companies are here and they're hiring. Colorado's unemployment rate consistently runs below the national average. In Denver specifically, it's become what people call a secondary tech hub. Meaning companies that can't afford San Francisco rents are setting up shop here. And that means jobs. If you're in tech, data, engineering, healthcare, or finance, Denver is genuinely calling your name as we speak. Reason number two, cost of living compared to other major cities. Now, hold on. Before you say I heard Denver is expensive, let me give you some context. Is Denver cheap? Not at all. Is Denver San Francisco? Not at all. Not even close. According to recent cost of living indexes, Denver is notably more affordable than San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles, Seattle, and Boston. We're talking rent that can be half of what you pay in those cities for a comparable place. The average rent for one bedroom in Denver is around $1,700 to $2,200, depending on neighborhood. Compare that to San Francisco, where a one bedroom averaged $32,000 to $4,000. Do the math on that over a year. That's real money back in your pocket. Now, if you're coming from somewhere like Dallas, Atlanta, Phoenix, the gap is smaller, but Denver still brings that major city energy with a little bit more room to breathe. Reason number three, quality of life is just different here. Okay, this is where I need to actually hear me. Denver has 300 days of sunshine per year. 300. I've been living here around 10 years, and I'm still stepping outside. Some mornings like, wait, is it really this nice right now? You got the mountains 45 minutes away. Skiing, snowboarding, hiking, camping, kayaking, it's all right there. But you also have a real city, restaurants, nightlife, culture, arts, sports. Denver is a full city. The outdoor culture here is not a joke. People move here and they really change their whole lifestyle. Getting active, exploring, living, just honestly living differently. And that has a real mental health impact, real quality of life impact. Reason number four, no state income tax advantage. Well, actually, Colorado does have a state income tax. It's a flat rate about 4.4%. That's not zero, but compared to California at up to 13.3%, New York up at 10.9%. Colorado is a financial breath of fresh air compared to some other states. And for business owners, entrepreneurs, and high earners, that difference can be tens of thousands of dollars annually. Reason number five, the city is growing. And smart money knows it. Denver's population has exploded over the last 15 years. The metro population is now over 2.9 million people and climbing. New development is everywhere. Infrastructure is expanding. Light rail is expanding. New neighborhoods are being built from the ground up. And here's what that means for you. Whether you're a buyer, investor, or just someone thinking about your future, Denver is a city that's still in its growth phase. You're not too late, but you're also not early anymore. You're right on time if you are moving smart. We haven't even touched the real estate numbers yet. And trust me, that section is going to make some of y'all pull out your phone and call a realtor ASAP. So stay with me. Okay, now we're getting into what y'all really came here for, real estate. Let's talk about it. First, let me frame this up. The Denver housing market has gone through a lot in the last 5 years. We had the pandemic boom. We had the interest rate spike in 2022 and 2023. And now we're in a market that has recalibrated. In these markets, those are opportunity markets for people who are educated and prepared. The numbers right now, the median home price in Denver Metro is sitting around $530,000 to $560,000, depending on the month and the data source you're using. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but let me give you the full picture. In 21 and 2022, the market was wild. Bidding wars, wave inspections, people offering $50,000 over asking price and still losing. That craziness has calmed down. Inventory's up. Buyers have more negotiating power. Sellers are coming back to reality. What does that mean for you? It means if you have your finances in order, your credit, your down payment, your pre-approval, you can walk into this market and actually negotiate. You might get closing cost help. You might get repairs. You might get price drops. This is not the 2021 market anymore. The breakdown by property type. Single family homes in Denver entry level starts around $450,000 to $500,000 in most neighborhoods. Move up homes in nice areas, you're looking $600,000 to $800,000. Luxury, million plus, no question asked. Condos and townhomes, this is where first-time home buyers can get in. You can find solid condos in good locations for $280,000 to $380,000. Townhomes are typically $400,000 to $550,000. Great for people who want low maintenance and want to start building equity now. The suburbs, Aurora, Lakewood, Arvada, Westminster, Thornton, Centennial, these offer more house for your dollar. You can get a 3 or 4 bedroom single family home in the suburbs for $450,000 to $600,000. That will cost you $700,000 or more inside Denver city limits. What about interest rates? I'm not going to lie to you. Rates have been elevated. We went from the pandemic era, 3% rates, to rates in the 6.5% to 7.5% range. That does impact your monthly payment significantly. But here's what I want you to hear. When rates come down, they eventually will. People are going to flood back into the market. Home prices will go back up. I'm talking fast. The people who bought now are going to be sitting on equity while everyone else is scrambling. There's a saying in real estate, marry the home, date the rate. You can always refinance when rates drop. You can't go back in time and buy the house at a lower price. And there are also rate buy down programs right now. Builders, sellers, and lenders are offering temporary or permanently reduce your interest rate to close deals. Ask about those. This is real money. The rental market. If you're not ready to buy yet, or if you want to rent first and learn the city, here's the rental landscape. 1 bedroom averaging $1,700 to $2,200. 2 bedrooms, $2,000 to $2,800. 3 bedrooms, $2,500 to $3,500. Depending on neighborhood and amenities. And I don't want to say this, renting in Denver isn't a failure move. Sometimes you need to land here first, figure out what neighborhoods fits your vibe, get your job locked in, and then buy with strategy. That's smart. That's not weak. New construction. Denver has a lot of new construction right now. Builders are offering incentives, rate buydowns, closing cost credits, design center upgrades. In areas like Commerce City, Aurora, Brighton, and parts of Douglas County, you can get a brand new home with warranties, modern features at prices what compete with resale. If you never considered new construction, put it on your radar. Some of the best deals in this market right now are coming from builders who need to move inventory. I haven't told you about the neighborhoods yet. In the neighborhood section, that's where people make or lose money. You need to hear this. Okay, neighborhoods. This is a section that separates the people who get it from the people who don't. Because Denver is not one city. It's like 50 little worlds all living next to each other. And where you land matters. It's not just for your lifestyle, for your investment, for your commute, for your community, for everything. I'm going to break this down by vibe and budget. I want you to take notes. Neighborhood number 1, Capitol Hill and Congress Park, the culture hub. If you want to be in the middle of everything, galleries, restaurants, nightlife, walkability, Capitol Hill is where it's at. Victorian homes, converted lofts, independent coffee shops. This is a neighborhood with character. Price point, condos and smaller homes typically $350,000 to $600,000. It's not the cheapest, but you're buying into location. Congress Park, right next to it, is a little quieter but equally charming. Great for young professionals and people who want that city energy without being in the actual downtown chaos. Neighborhood number 2, 5 Points. The history, the culture, the revival. Now I have to talk about 5 Points because the history, this one hits different for a certain community. 5 Point was historically the center of black culture in Denver, known as the Harlem of the West. This neighborhood had jazz clubs, black-owned businesses. It was a community. Legends like Miles Davis and Billie Holiday performed here. It went through hard times like a lot of historically black neighborhoods did. But right now, 5 Points is experiencing a rebirth. New development, new restaurants, new life, and there's real conversations happening in the community about preservation, making sure that as it grows, it keep its root. Proximity to downtown, growth trend, price is still lower than comparable neighborhoods. 5 Points is worth serious consideration. Neighborhood number 3, Aurora, the underrated powerhouse. Let me put some respect on Aurora's name right now. Aurora is the second largest city in Colorado. It is diverse and one of the most diverse cities in the entire state. Aurora has incredible food, Ethiopian, Vietnamese, Mexican, African, Caribbean, real international flavor, and housing prices are more accessible than Denver. Parts of Aurora close to the highway and light rail are seeing strong appreciation. Medical center campus nearby means jobs and demand. Aurora is a real choice. When you're looking at price range, single family homes start from $380 to $550. Townhomes and condos from $260 to $400. Neighborhood number 4, Stapleton Central Park. This is the family zone. This is the master plan community built on the old Denver International Airport footprint. Parks, trails, pools, top-rated schools. This is where families come to plan. It's planned, clean, walkable, and has real community feel. Great for people coming from the suburbs of other cities who want that suburban energy with Denver access. Price range $550 to $900 and up. It's not cheap, but the lifestyle supports the price for the right buyer. Neighborhood number 5, Washington Park. Old money meets new lifestyle. Wash Park, as the locals call it, is premium Denver. Big, beautiful park, craftsman homes, high-end coffee shops, and brunch spots. This is where successful people settle down. Prices are high. Think $700 to well over $1 million for single-family homes. But the appreciation here are rock solid. This is generational wealth territory. Neighborhood number 6, Lakewood, Inglewood, and Littleton. Southwest vibes. These suburbs to the west and southwest of Denver offer more house for the dollar. Good schools, easy access to the mountains, established communities. Lakewood in particular is growing fast. Light rail access, Belmar shopping and entertainment district, young professionals and families are both moving in. Price range $430,000 to $650,000 for single family. Neighborhood number 7, Thornton and Westminster. Amazon facilities, tech companies along the US 36 corridor or downtown. Thornton and Westminster offer legit value. Newer construction, lower prices, decent schools. You can get a solid 4-bedroom home here for under $520,000. For a family trying to make a smart financial decision, that's a real number. Neighborhood number 8, Green Valley Ranch, the hidden gem. I want to put people on game about Green Valley Ranch. Southeast Aurora, close to DIA, diverse community, newer homes, price that still makes sense. People have been sleeping on this area, but it's been quietly appreciating. If you work near the airport or travel frequently, this location is unbeatable. And you can get a newer single-family home starting in the 400s. Take notes. We're about halfway, and we haven't even talked about the lifestyle, the culture, or other communities' experience in Denver. Don't go nowhere. Section 5, the Denver lifestyle, what it's really like. All right, let's talk about what it actually feels like to live in Denver, because you can have a nice house anywhere. What you want to know is this is somewhere I can build a life. The weather, let's address it head on. Yes, it snows in Denver. And yes, people from warmer climates freak out about that at first. Let me break this down real quick. Denver's snow is different from what most people imagine. It's not like Chicago or New York, where the snow comes and stays and the whole city is gray and miserable for 4 months. Denver snow typically comes, sticks, then melts within a day or two because of the high altitude sunshine. It can snow on Monday and be 60 degrees on Wednesday. And that's very real. And if you love winter activities, skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, you are literally in paradise. World-class resorts like Breckenridge, Vail, Keystone, Copper Mountain, all within 1 to 2 hours. People from California and Texas be moving here with skiing definitely in mind. Moving here specifically for ski season. The altitude, real talk. Denver is the mile-high city for real. 5,280 feet above sea level. When you first get here, you will notice it. Shortness of breath, quicker drunk, dehydration. It takes about 2 to 4 weeks for your body to adjust. Drink more water than you think you need. Your skin will get dry. Your lips will get chapped. Invest in a good humidifier when you move in. You'll be fine. I'm just being real with you, so don't move here and think something is wrong. Denver food scene has leveled up serious in the last decade. We're talking Michelin-recognized restaurants, incredible brunch spots, food halls, and a genuine farm-to-table culture because we're literally next to farms. The soul food and southern food scene has been growing. You got different ethnic-owned restaurants making real food, Caribbean spots, African restaurants, especially in the world. The food community here is building something real. In the craft beer and cocktail scene, Colorado is one of the top states in the country for breweries. If you're into that, you're in heaven. The outdoor life. I need you to understand something about the outdoor culture here. It is part of the identity of this city. People like hike before work. People ski on weekends. People camp in ways that look like a magazine photo. Rocky Mountain National Park is 2 hours away. Red Rocks Amphitheater, one of the most iconic concert venues in the world, is right here. Garden of the Gods, Hanging Lake, the trails in Jefferson County. You will never run out of things to experience. The sports culture. Denver is a sports city for real. Broncos, Nuggets, Rockies, Avalanche. And with the Nuggets winning the NBA championship in 2023, the city has been electric. Game days in Denver hit different. The energy is real. Since sports are tied into real estate too, proximity to stadiums and entertainment districts drives property values. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Lodo, lower downtown, is where nightlife lives. Bars, clubs, rooftop spots, live music venue. Rhino, River North Arts District. It's the arts and culture hub. Murals everywhere. Gallery nights, creative energy. Denver has a growing performing arts scene. Denver Center for the Performing Arts is world class. Comedy clubs, poetry spots, jazz venues, keeping that 5-point legacy alive. Now, I need to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention in these Denver videos. The experience. I got to give it to you the real. The community and the experience in Denver. Okay, I said I was going to keep it real. So here we go. Denver is not Atlanta. It is not Houston. It's not Chicago. The black population here is smaller. Black people make about 9 to 10% of the Denver metro population. That's real. And when you come from a city where your culture is everywhere, that adjustment is real too. But here's the flip side. The ethnic community is here. It's tight. It's intentional. It's building. The community is growing. As more different ethnic groups, professionals, and families have relocated to Denver over the last decade, community is being built on purpose. Businesses are growing. Professional networks exist and they are active. Different church communities are here. You got social groups, outdoor clubs, investment groups. They're all here. They're all growing. So you're mingling with different cultures and you learn about different cultures. Here's the thing I need every person watching this to hear clearly. The racial wealth gap in this country is real. One of the primary drivers of generational wealth has been real estate, specifically home ownership and appreciation. Denver's real estate market has created enormous wealth for homeowners over the last 15 years. The people who bought in 5 Points, in Aurora, and Capitol Hill before the appreciation, they're sitting on serious equity right now. The opportunity to participate in what kind of wealth building is still here, but the window doesn't stay open forever. As Denver's growth continues, price will continue to rise over time. The time to get in is now, while we can still access the market. This is why I'm passionate about what I do. Real estate is not just about a house. It's not about financial future. It's about legacy. It's about having something to pass down. The honest challenges. Let me give you the real. Gentrification is a genuine conversation in Denver. 5 Points and some surrounding neighborhoods have been significantly transformed. Long-time residents were priced out. That tension is real and it is ongoing. There's work being done, but it requires community awareness and participation. Know who your city council representative is. Engage in local politics. Your voice matters here. When you move here, and I say when, not if, connect intentionally. Find your church. Find your professional network. Find your fitness community. Denver rewards people who are intentional about connection. The community here will pour back into you when you pour into it. I promise you, the most important thing at the end, we're almost there. But first, let me give you the honest drawbacks, because this isn't a commercial. This is real talk. Every city has stuff, and I respect you too much to not tell you this. Con number 1, homelessness and mental health visibility. Denver has a visible homelessness issue, particularly in the downtown core. This is a real thing. It is being addressed slowly, but you will see it. Especially if you're coming from a smaller city, it can be jamming at first. The city and state are working on this. It's a complex issue tied to housing costs, mental health, services, and substance use. But I want you to know it's there. Con number 2, traffic has gotten real. Denver traffic is not New York or LA, but it's no longer the laid-back drive it used to be. I-25, I-70, heading to the mountains on Friday afternoon, the tech center area. These corridors can get congested. Public transit is improving, but still limited compared to major coastal cities. Have that on your radar when you're choosing where to live relative to your work. Con number 3, cannabis culture is very present. Colorado legalized recreational marijuana in 2012. It's everywhere. Dispensaries, the smell in the neighborhoods, the culture. If that's not your thing, it's something to be aware of, especially if you have kids and need to have those conversations. Con number 4, price growth has made entry harder. Denver was genuinely affordable 15 years ago. It is no longer that. The growth that created wealth for buyers has also created a barrier for new residents. This is why education and strategy is so important when entering this market. Con number 5, the distant factor. If your family is on the East Coast or the South, Denver is a haul. Flights back home cost money. Time always costs more. This is an emotional and financial reality for relocated families. Make sure you have thought through that. Okay, with all that said, Denver is still one of the most compelling cities in America right now for people who are building. The pros genuinely outweigh the cons for the right person. And part of figuring out if that person is you is having the right guide. All right, you stay. Let's get into it. The most important thing I want to leave you with is this. Real estate is not just about where you sleep. It is your single most powerful vehicle for building generational wealth in America. I've seen it transform families from generational homeowners, becoming multi-property investors, people who moved to Denver with nothing but a solid credit score and a plan, and now they have equity. They have passive income. They have options. This is what this is really about. When you rent, you're building someone else's wealth every month on time with your hard-earned money. That's not shade on renting. Sometimes it's the right move strategically, but it should never be the permanent plan when owning is an option. Denver specifically gives you opportunity because it is still growing. Cities that stop growing are dead markets. Denver is not a dead market. Companies coming in, the population growth, the infrastructure investment, the appetite for housing. This city is not slowing down. And here's what I want you to know about timing. The best time to buy real estate was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. People have been saying, wait for prices to drop. Since 2018, those prices have never went back down to where they were. The people who waited, they watched equity pass them by. Now, about your home buying strategy. Number 1, get your credit right. 620 is the minimum for most loans, but 680 is above. Put you in a much better position. Credit repair is not mystical. It's discipline over time. Number 2, down payment options. You do not need 20% down. FHA loans allow 3.5% down. Conventional loans can go as low as 3% down. VA loans for veterans are 0 down. CHFA, Colorado Housing and Finance Authority, has down payment assistance programs for qualifying buyers. Real money is available. Number 3, get pre-approved before you start looking at homes. Not pre-qualified, pre-approved. There's a difference. Pre-approval means a lender has actually reviewed your financial documents and committed to a loan amount. This is what sellers take seriously. Number 4, work with someone who knows this market and knows your needs, not just any realtor. Someone who is invested in your outcome. Someone who is going to tell you the truth about a home, even when that truth means walking away. Someone who's strategic, connected, and in your corner. This is where I come in. My name is Lorraine King. I'm a licensed real estate professional serving the Denver metro area. And I'm not just looking to close deals. I'm trying to change generational trajectories. I work with first-time home buyers, relocating families, investors, building portfolios, and people who just need someone to help them understand what their options are with no judgment, no pressure. Whether you're trying to buy your first home, sell your current property, and upgrade or build an investment strategy, I will sit down with you, understand your situation, and put together a real plan. Because this channel is where we talk real estate, real wealth, and real life. And reach out to me directly. My contact info is in the description. Whether you're ready now or you're just starting to think about it, let's have a conversation. No pressure, just real talk. Okay, y'all, that's the Denver breakdown. We went through the why, the what, the where, the real numbers, the real neighborhoods, the real lifestyle, and the real opportunity. Denver is not for everybody. Listen, the city is one of the most exciting places in America right now. If this video helped you even a little bit, share it. I'm Lorian. I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it.